Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Dragon Warrior 1 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Last episode, Chicken ventured into the grave in Garinham. He recovered the silver harp and he traded it to the man who lived west of Cole for the Staff of Rain. Now Chicken has both the Staff of Rain and the Stones of Sunlight, so maybe we should take a trip back to the magic shrine south of Rimuldar and see if that guy will, give him the rainbow drop. Because he has the two items he needs for the rainbow drop, the Stones of Sunlight and the Staff of Rain. So before we do that, I want to show off what the coast items do. Some people say that the coast items prevent you from saving your game. That's not true, because if you equip the coast items, and then while you're in front of the king or inside the castle, you can talk with the king and save your game normally. What the coast items do is they prevent you from going into the castle. So if you put them on and you're outside the castle, you won't be able to get into the castle and save your game. If you step on the same x-axis as the gate guards, they're going to kick you out. It doesn't matter if you're behind the wall or anything, they can somehow see you and sense your coast and they kick you out. So, Coast 1, be gone. So if you accidentally put on a coast item, you just have to go to Garinham here and go to the eastmost building and talk with the old man there, and he will remove the coast, and you'll lose the coast item, whatever one you have equipped. We don't want to do that because we want to sell those coast items. The death necklace is especially worth some decent money, 1,200 gold. So I'm just going to reset the game here and restart and not put on those coast items. We're just going to head back to Garinham and sell them, so I'm going to have to eventually buy a few new things. Then we're going to want to buy 3 new herbs, and we're going to want to get some torches as well. So, but let's first head down to Garinham and sell our stuff first. We have a lot of money, and we're very close to a level up. We're going to head back to that shrine south of Rimuldar, but stop at Rimuldar to pick up some more magic keys and to also pick up the magic armor, since we have the money to buy it. Might as well grab it, because we're going to have to do a little bit of level grinding coming up. So the only place we can really think of to go, we were told about the Hauksness. There was apparently a town to the south of Garinham, but the one guy said he doesn't even know if it still exists anymore, so it's a good lead of any of ours to go check out. However, the monsters there are even tougher than the monsters around the magic shrine south of Rimuldar. There's an area above where Hauksness is that has the same enemies, but once we get into the desert, Hauksness is in the desert, the enemies there are really, really tough, so probably around like level 14 we can probably start like fighting them effectively. So but for now we're just gonna worry about getting level 13. We're very, very close to that. We'll save some time by using the fairy water there, because we're gonna get some more keys when we get to Rimuldar. So the time we save by using the fairy water is just we'll make it up when we is more than enough than the time we lose by having to purchase another key. So since we're going straight to the swamp cave, even though the swamp cave enemies are weak, you'll notice that the fairy water, like I said, it doesn't work underground. So even though these enemies are weak, and if they were encountered in the overworld, like the magicians, the scorpions, they flee on the overworld, they will not flee underground. Well, they won't they'll still flee, but they'll still attack us underground. So yeah, see, outside we never encountered any ghosts because the fairy water. Now the steps that we take underground, though, they still count toward that 120 steps that the fairy water works for. So yeah, you don't want to use your fairy water or the repel spell that will get at level 15, which does the same thing as fairy water. You don't want to waste them while you're in a dungeon or underground, so. Alright. Because there will be some dungeons, I guess, that are kind of over in the overworld. Let's just use that way to get through here, just head south until you boop the wall, right, boop the wall, down, boop the wall, right till you boop the wall, down till you boop a wall, and then left, and you'll get to the staircase. So it's an easy way to get through the swamp cave without using Radiant or the torch. So we will do the Radiant and the torch though. One or the other one, we actually go into that cave to look for the princess. So we could rescue the princess about now. Around level 12, you should be strong enough to rescue the princess. But there's no real need to rescue the princess. You don't even have to beat the game. Rescue the princess to beat the game. But I'm going to rescue the princess. In the bonus episode, though, I will do a few endings without rescuing the princess, because there's basically like 3 different endings to this game. Well, 4 if you count the bad one. So, but I'll be showing them all off in the bonus episode, as always. So we're going to head down to Rimuldar here, very close. 5500 is the level when we hit level 13. And then it's 7500 and 10,000 until we 7,500 to level 14, and then 10,000 to level 15. That's basically the level that we're gonna go. I'll grind out levels 14 and 15 off screen. Level 14, you can kind of your 2 choices are you can either grind down basically to the south around the magic shrine. And then if you get low, you can jump in the magic shrine and walk around in there. Every 4 steps will get you a hit point back, because we're about to buy that magic armor. Or you can go back, you can go south of the mountain cave, and there's a bridge down there. When you cross that bridge, you'll basically be in an area where there are the same enemies around the magic shrine to the south here. So you cross the bridge, fight enemies there. When you get really weak, you can step over across the bridge, and then you'll be fighting like skeletons, magicians, so you can gain a little bit of experience while you're healing your hit points, walking around there, because those enemies ain't going to do too much damage to you. So the full plate armor, we just checked the stats there. It's going to have the same, like I said, the same defense as the magic armor, but once again, the magic armor will give us 1 hit point per every 4 steps we take. Whether it's in the overworld, a dungeon, or in a town, and it also will reduce the damage that hurt spells cost due to us by 1/3. So there's 2 hurt spells. There's the hurt spell, and then there's a spell that we haven't run into yet, the hurt more spell. But enemies much later on will use that spell. We'll talk about it when we get to those enemies. But so let's fill up on keys here, because this is, of course, the cheapest place to get keys, so might as well grab them while we're here. We need, I think, 3 more keys. We used a few at the, we wanted to get the fairy water, and then also in the Graven Garinham. So we don't need too many more keys to finish off the game, but it's always good to, whatchamacallit, have that full complement of keys. So we don't have too much more stuff to actually purchase in the game. There's only 3 more items that we need to purchase. One's the bamboo thing. I'm just going to get that so I can say I had every single weapon. And then we have the second to last sword in the game, the flame sword, and then the best shield in the game, the silver shield. Both of those are really expensive. The shield is 14,800 gold, and the flame sword is 9,800 gold. So we're going to need a lot of gold. However, we'll get most of that gold through that grinding that we do. Money isn't too much of a problem anymore. Like I said, it may seem like a lot because we're going to need close to like 25,000 gold, but we're going to get that pretty quickly just by doing the levels. So it actually got to a point I did the grinding already that like I was just avoiding fighting gold men because I was getting so much money just from fighting regular enemies that I didn't want to waste, hit points and magic points healing up the damage that the gold men do for the measly 6 experience they give. So, yeah, I don't know why, Nintendo Power was always like, hey, you should fight gold men, they're really good. Not really necessary. So, yeah, sometimes even the pros at Nintendo Power made some mistakes. There were quite a few in the Final Fantasy strategy guide they put out. Got that for free from Nintendo Power. Just like I got this game for free from Nintendo Power, so... It was back in the 80s, 90s when you didn't have the internet, and Nintendo Power was the magazine to go to. I think the other one was GamePro, and that, you know, covered other systems. Obviously, Nintendo Power only covered systems and games made by Nintendo, or that were available on the Nintendo systems. So, if you want to learn about Genesis games or arcade games, you gotta go to, I think, like GamePro. So, but we only had growing up, we only ever had a Nintendo. So Nintendo and then a Super Nintendo. And those are the two things I have right now. Oh, I have a Game Boy too. Got the Game Boy for Christmas. So here we are, we're heading to the Magic Shrine here. Maybe this guy will give us the Rainbow Drop. We got the 2 ingredients needed for it. Let's see. No task thou hast failed. Alas, I fear thou art not the one Edric predicted would save us. Go now. So we're gonna need one more thing. But what is that thing? Well, like I said, no one's told us yet. And the only lead we potentially have is that town that may or may not exist anymore. Hauksness. So we're gonna have to head down there. But we have a lot of gold, so probably easier just to stay at the inn here real quick. 6 gold. That's nothing. So back in the day, it was a lot when we were first grinding in the Scorpion's Nest. But now it just costs so many spellcasts of heal to get ourselves to max hit points, and we might as well just spend that 6 gold. Because as you can see, when in the next video, after I've done all my grinding, yeah, you'll see that like I got a lot of money. So not enough to buy everything I need, but very, very close. So I'm going to restock on our herbs here. Herbs are very, very important if you're going to try to get the best armor in the game right now. Because the mini-boss does a lot of damage, and heal is not strong enough to keep up with the damage. You basically need herbs, and you gotta kind of get lucky. You gotta get lucky that your stop spell and your sleep spell both work. So it's kind of a luck-based battle at a low level like this. I'm gonna, of course, not fight it right now because I'm just gonna go through the game as if you didn't need luck. Plus, we didn't know where that stuff is anyway, where the best armor in the game is anyway. Haven't talked to the people who give us the clues yet, but we will do that in a future episode, but quite a few episodes from now. So, but in the meantime, like I said, I will be doing some grinding, getting to level 15, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care, have a good day. Bye.